and gentlemen, good afternoon. You are about to witness the Silent Drill exhibition of the young men and women from the PMA Tabajonda class of 2026. This Silent Drill exhibition is composed of all our hard work and training, especially made just for you. Tracks its beginning on July 9, 2022. Out of 24,288 who applied, 1,211 passed, and 880 reported to take the complete physical exam. After a series of competitive tests, 350 cadets were carefully chosen to be the members of the PMA Tabajonda class of 2026. Four of these young men and women were distinguished to be valedictorians, one recognized as a cum laude, 89 graduated with high honors, and 285 were graduates with honors and other awards. As the Philippine Military Academy strives to achieve its mission of producing leaders of character and excellence, many have fallen out of a long line, but they will never be forgotten. In the end, we managed to survive as a class and was able to move on as the 210 cadets of the PMA Tabajonda class of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness an unfriendly flaunt of flares and externalities as the crew of young men and women from the PMA Tabajonda class of 2026 performs the Silent Drill. The company commander salutes you for the significant occasion. You have just heard the final command given. From here on, the company will proceed with its performance without further commands.
Fresh from their civilian lives, each cadet moves through a rapid but guided transition from their prior lives to a person of gentle breathing and strong character. The lives that left outside was way too different from the legit life inside the academy. This transition was designed to develop in each cadet a high standard of character and a deep sense of value and discipline. Responsibility for the lives they hold within their hands. They begin to understand the burden that comes with leadership. To constantly adapt to the changes tirelessly without complaints, not only for oneself but for the betterment of the whole. From a carefree individual whose life revolves around one's own needs, these cadets commit to a professional selfless service, seeing the world from a different perspective. They become the watchdogs of our country, dedicated to preserve the order and harmony which sharpens the peace of our community.
Cadets are often serious and unsmiling. Little do people know that behind the stoic countenance is a cheerful person, longing to connect with others, to share a smile and spark a conversation with everyone. A simple smiling greeting breaks the barrier created by our intimidating uniforms between us cadets and the people we are going to serve someday. We won't let the chance of knowing others pass us by. This only shows that cadets are filled with humanity and sincerity. Watch as the drillers for letters. H and I. Hi, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to Baguio City.
Take our honor and you take our life. The honor code distinguishes us from the others. Supports it become the pillars of our ideals and values with which we deeply treasure. We the cadets of the Philippine Military Academy do not lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate among us those who do.
The Philippine Military Academy is the sole breeding ground of the future leaders of our country, with its mission to instruct, train, develop, and inspire the cadets. The Academy has successfully produced and is still producing values-centered officers who are selflessly serving the people. Though many changes have transpired, the Academy has survived and kept its basic character. It has stood fast against all the hardships and difficulties that it has faced since its birth, with the ultimate goal to create the nation's future leaders. Resilience has become the Academy's philosophy. With each and every conflict, it has only grown stronger and more dedicated to build a better future. Taking cue before you are the famous letters P, M, and A. The drillers demonstrate the cadets' way of life by performing a series of manual of arms, starting from P, then M, and A. The pride and honor of the Filipino people are ignited at the very mention of each letter, which the drillers acknowledge as they render a salute.
It is often said that soldiers are built for war, when in fact, they are built for peace. Warriors with a heart and soul dedicated to protecting the Filipino people. Covering regions as far north as Batanes and as far south as Nawi-Nawi, our true mission lies in securing the peace of our people. For it is in war that we fight for peace, and during the horrible peace, we prepare for war. The preservation of peace is never simple. Its complexity lies in the cooperation of every individual towards the harmony of our community. Moving with one goal in mind as we march forward, facing all adversities and difficulties in our path. We must let our differences be the strength that binds us as one. For this too are joint hands that we can achieve peace.
The one who never finds himself in the same place or in the same situation which he was during the first revolution. Each cadet will surely agree that life in the academy follows a certain cyclic pattern. It is said that the toughest trait of the academy is true privation, and to survive in this state is no easy task. A cadet must first entrench into his heart the three words: courage, integrity, and loyalty. These words are not just abstract, they are the beacon lights that guide the way as the cadet journeys towards the goal of his achievements. The concentric circles are manifestations of accuracy and precision. Cadets know that in the military, there is no room for error. The circles show the passion of cadets for order, discipline, and perfection. Watch as they move outward to show you. The planting of rifles. Here, the cadets raise their rifles for planting to the ground, just in time for the next one to pick it up. This exhibition demands the cadets' impeccable concentration. They must give their utmost attention to move and function as one. Watch as they march to the other side, preparing their rifles again for planting. The cadets' training environment, filled with pressure and hardships, is precisely what allows the cadets to perform what may seem to be impossible for others. You will now witness the passing of rifles, which symbolizes camaraderie. Recognizing their reliable companions determines their responsibility for each other. Keeping their rifles from falling is a shared effort manifested by their team spirit. This is the PMA bond. Now, the cadets will show you another drill. The throwing of rifles. Every cadet is part of a bigger chain. The strength of this chain is determined by the bonds of relationship linked between cadets. They must be aware of each other's presence and position to avoid any unwanted accident. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. As cadets, we strive to build a stronger bond within the academy, a harmonious relationship made up of our differences. Molded into perfection, we achieve the highest activity of life and bring out the most beautiful form of synergy. Known to be unwavered with pressure. We move as one. Trained to be geared up in the battlefield and seasoned with exemplary skills into one impeccable goal. Now the drillers will show you an exhibition that shows the ability of the cadets. Fire! While being concealed in their natural surroundings. To represent our nation's history and its future as a land of liberty. The golden sun embedded in our national colors is centered on the 8 rays that once fought for its freedom. Graced with inherent brightness, these rays continue to revolve and shine over the land. They then unfailingly extend towards the most unreachable corners and spaces, exemplifying the persistence of the Filipino spirit in challenging times. This history is imprinted in our hearts, and so today, we do our best and sacrifice what we have to protect the present that our ancestors had strongly desired and won.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines does not only protect the people, but also the state. Its purpose is to secure the sovereignty and integrity of the national territory. Indeed, the strength of the armed forces is rooted to the people, who are considered supreme over men in uniform. This is what the Academy plants in our hearts and minds, as we are molded to be the future defenders of land, skies, and seas. This is shown as the pillars form the famous letters A, F, and B. The Armed Forces of the Philippines envisions its forces to be a world-class armed forces that is the source of national pride. Honor, loyalty, valor, duty, and solidarity are the values that define us and exhibiting the specialized knowledge and skill we have as we engage ourselves in the noble calling of profession of arms as future leaders of the AFP. Now watch the drillers as they render a salute in honor of our armed forces. Cadetship is a process to be able to achieve of a state of fulfillment as an officer and a leader is not one to be trifled with. Practicing and honing their skills, undergoing a series of vigorous trainings to be polished and refined. These cadets demonstrate that through cooperation and coordination, anything can be achieved. To live each day as an upper-class cadet, maintaining the standard of excellence in their daily tasks. These values encompasses the cadet's life as they journey to the academy. 4 years is just a flicker in one's life, but this flicker will be a lot in his military career. Notwithstanding this fact, cadetship is hardly neither morning nor mundane, even as the rain starts pouring and the grind pushes the cadets to their limits. To be the epitome of character is an art challenge striving to become. A cadet's life is never the same. It is because of each rotation, each cadet finds himself in different positions and responsibilities into a better, more mature, and more deliberate individual as the guiding light of our nation.
Or concealing. It is never rude nor selfish. Love means different things to different people, different things at different times. Cadets may seem to be different with others, but they too have hearts. Their uniforms mislead people that cadets are persons made of stone. Little do they know that cadets are also human beings who love. Love bears all, maybe not always with a smile that's big enough for the world to see. It brings happiness to the cadets which has no end, but the cadets hear one's heartbeat in unison with them. Even for the most fleeting moment, that one moment a cadet will never forget. With simple greetings, calls with friends and family occasions, cadets are always reminded that behind their rigid front are people who are ready to support them no matter what. Drillers perform precise and expert handling of the 4.1 kilogram M14 rifles, witness how First Cascalion, First Cascalantog, and First Cascornal professionally orchestrate a sequence of accurate tosses and intricate drill movements. Behind their strong character, cadets have feelings, warmth, and hearts, just like you. The cross is a symbol of cadets' sacrifices. It is never for our sake, but for the rest of the country to sleep soundly at night. With our sacrifices, we hope and pray that our beloved and our countrymen will be able to live life in peace without constantly fearing for their lives. with the synchronicity of each and every step. Cadets is a sense of lifelessness from the motions they make. Civilians often see us as people, isolated from the rest of society. Even serious and stern-faced as we are, we still are capable of love. Underneath that facade is a person ever loving and caring, despite the trials and challenges he's overcome. Rarely do we show our emotions and keep our burdens to ourselves. We cadets possess our fervent faith and beliefs that despite all circumstances, we will endure. We remain with our convictions that the highest form of affectionate expression is not that is seen on the surface level, but in what is manifested through simple gestures and efforts. To our families, friends, and to the beautiful people of Baguio City, let it be known that we love you. This love is for you.
It is a tradition by each class to be defined by their name and crest, representing their goals and aspirations. It takes year of heritage, where it shall be passed on to the young blood that takes on the next responsibility. The PMA Tabajonda class of 2026 embodies the values of duty, patriotism, and solidarity. The class seeks to inspire to the people a spirit that never fails to falter in the presence of unity amidst diversity, to strengthen and instill camaraderie among each individual, as well as promoting integrity among the class, to create an environment that promotes peace and development, and to nurture the commitment and responsibility for the armed forces and our nation. This is our mission. The class name stands for Tagapagtanggol ng Laing Dakila at Banal. Our plans will pick up the friends of the past to faithfully keep our promise to fight for justice and welfare of the Filipino people. We, the Tabajonda class of 2026, will continue the legacy of our forefathers, living up to the dreams of our institution, emerging as the future leaders, the style of honor of our country. Watch the drillers as they render a salute.
We cadets are known for our strength and might, but as problems persistently resurface, we become defenseless and get caught in the noisy confusion of life. This truth bridges us to understand that we are nothing but modest individuals whose strength stems from a divine and higher being. The cross symbolizes our faith through every trial and hardship that a cadet faces, and with happy memories will inspire us. It is our Lord and our unwavering faith that gets us through. This is the blood we spill, and the life we're willing to offer, knowing that we're just a flicker in the shine of eternity, a trivial thing given up by the greater good. The cross! Our faith, our sacrifices, our lives, all these we gladly offer for humanity as we continue to acknowledge the very essence of our existence. This is not just a symbolism. Instead, this is our devotion.
The service that we render is our commitment to the Most High, as we continue to live as a testimony that by His grace alone, we are able to conquer any challenge that comes our way. The certainty that gives us hope is not embedded on what people perceive we have proven ourselves, but on the fact that we have a perpetual source that sustains us to fulfill our purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the hardest part of the drill.
should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe.
Nothing remains forever. Our lives are constantly moving, and there's no way it can be stopped. What happens to the present will be a part of the past, and never will be forgotten. Even wonderful things will come to an end, just like the sun that artificially shines all throughout the day. At one point in time, we would need to go, and in that moment, we hope we shed the warmest and brightest colors in your day. The tiring hours of preparation and the long wait for this day to come have all been made worth it by the appreciation you have shown us. May this performance remind you that at the end of the day, no matter how hard your day has been, there will always be a light to look forward to, a light that never runs out, and a light that will always shine at the moment you need it the most. We take our hats off to you as we bid you all see you and goodbye. Thank you for watching, and we hope you appreciated our performance.
The company commander commands the Silent Drill Company to pass a review. Ladies and gentlemen, passing a review before you is the Silent Drill Company of PMA Silent Drill 2026, led by its company commander, Jeremiah Gutierrez with his staff, Harold Tobilla, Giselle Pereira, Kobe Diaz, Chetan Tor, JB Tizo, Grace Tagapan, Alvin Medina, Reggie Bacalso, Black Platoon Leader, Andrea Nino, the members of the Black Platoon, Luis Sabando, John Gala, Dominic Cole, Aaron Floro, Jeto Malili, Brian Consolacion, Jimmy Menten, Sel Bautista, Patrick Cagano, Jerry Diego, Polino Filio, Elisa Hernandez, Steve Palacios, Brandy Velasquez, James Venezuela, Hermie Dolinos, Marjorie Orsame, Jeto Valio, Joshua Tamaya, Luis Zamaya, Giovanni Escanilla, Estolano, Iserica Lorena, Hasigulo, Kennedy Eddy, Dendensha, Debbie, Relieve, Navarro, Banis, Mutilio, Ulalo, Ligan Dinamico Grande, White Platoon Leader, Samuel Canto, members of the White Platoon, Del Rosario, Asuncion, 14, Cruz, Aben, Tuliao, Goro, Bernard Bermudez, Batalya, Rambaud, Romero, Batayo Samonte, Marte, Garcero, Cajope, Boadilla, Hilo, Beltran, Quebral, Muarte, Marco Mendoza, Poncolada, Aurelio, Dapon, Calanto, Gonzalez, Ayapo, Su Presencia, Gornal, Caluban, Taburlupa, and Malapan, with the company first sergeant, Grace Tagapan. The drummers, Lester Negosa, Caleb Gloria, Prince Ligan, members of the Speakers Board, Kaylee Brada, Rizal Kabibihan, RJ Ojena. All these will not be possible without the unparalleled support of our officer in charge, Major James A. Martinez, Philippine Army.
Silent Drill performance. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay!